What's up? It's the Gigabyte Grizzly Brohemian, and this is a messed up time we live in, so I need you all to do me a favor. Wear your mask. Like this, not like this, or like this, or like this, like this. Wear your mask. It's for your safety and mine. Because if I see you without one, I'm gonna pump kick a mask onto your face. Got it?
Announcement from Benjamin C. Steele talking to you about wearing a mask. Not this one, but this one. With everything going on right now with this pandemic, you need to wear a mask. My mask is for your safety. Your mask is for mine. Now, I don't care what your uncles, brothers, best friends, mailman's roommate from college put on social media. Chances are they didn't think it through, and there's a very better than average chance that they're an idiot. So when you go outside, you put on your little mask over your face.
Parental discretion is advised.
This show is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us and IndieWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Just Pro Wrestling News Podcast. No filler, no pop-ups. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show.
Parental discretion is advised.
This show is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us and IndieWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Just pro wrestling news podcast. No filler, no pop-ups. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. It is the Monday Mayhem Warriors, and the audio works this time. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, PA, ready to tech professionalized wrestling, and this is your Monday Raw Hangover or AEW Dark Elevation or however else you do your Wrestle Mondays these days. First of all, from Beacon, New York, the only Mayhemmer with a future endeavored letter from the WWE, and he's going to get a face full of Mayhemmers coming up this week up in his area. It's Mad Mike.
Am I coming in clear?
Yes, you are.
That's a Willy Wonka reference.
A bit. Well,
for the kids.
It's accurate because apparently your headset is starting to fail on you, so you do sound a little bit
to be
different.
fair, I've had this since I started on the Mayhem show.
Yeah, it's time to get you a new one. It's definitely time to get you a new one. It's a fresh start. Also with us, Mainstream Matt of Just Pro Wrestling News Podcast.
It's me, your old pal. And how's everyone doing tonight?
Oh, fantastic. And also with us, we'll talk about his misgivings about flight travel later in the show. Ronnie Starks is with us.
Hello, everyone.
Manager, referee to the stars.
Whatever the fuck I am.
Our own personal Forrest Gump.
Yes.
I don't mean that in a way that people probably initially think that, but only because I just figure he's been along for the ride, and we just recently found him, and turns out he was Ronnie Starks was with us this whole time, over the last 15 years. So, so let's I don't know where are we gonna start? Monday Night Raw. What happened? What I there's some issues I guess tonight, and Mike, you wanted to bring something to the table for that.
I mean.
There was a New Day. Yeah, okay. What?
Well, no, the New Day thing.
Oh, wait, I got confused, and you corrected me. It was the Netflix thing. I thought it was something about tonight.
But there is an issue with tonight.
There was an issue with tonight. What? On Monday Night Raw?
It's the Fed.
Really?
There's some issues, I guess, tonight. Oh, hey.
Listener, turn down your radio.
Yes, please.
And it has to do with the Queen's Crown tournament.
Okay.
I shouldn't be able to urinate and miss an entire match.
In a tournament?
In the tournament.
Okay. Which match was it?
All of them.
Oh, seriously?
They're all... Wait. Like, I saw someone on Twitter said it was less than 9 minutes for the entire first round.
Oh, wow.
Now, I realize some of them aren't going to exactly be barn burners.
Mm-hmm.
Like Shayna squashing someone, I'm okay with. Like that one should be short because she's getting the big push right now. But Liv Morgan and Carmella should have gotten more than 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say this all the time for AEW, so I have to be equally as harsh. WWE, you need better quality women's matches. Just in general across the board. And like the tag team match tonight too. Stop booking yourselves into corners.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the solution, but they need to stop booking themselves into no-win situations. Because they do it a lot.
Yeah. I mean, it's
like a whole lot.
That's notorious about how almost nobody in WWE has a winning record at this point. You have a champion and they have them job out an entire month until the next pay-per-view. I don't get it. And nobody has explained to me the wrestle booking logic of this, right? And it just makes everything a wash and nobody cares, and that's been why I can't care for WWE anymore as a whole. Yes.
There is no plan. That's the reason it makes no sense. The company is run by an insane, delusional octogenarian. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
It's
allegedly
all coming back to the same thing. This is not a great mystery. This old man has a short attention span. Shorter than even us. And
this quote unquote old man
he lost his fastball. What more do you want me to say? The man doesn't know what he's doing.
I mean,
Give me a break.
This one man is responsible for the signing off on 5 hours of television every week. So, I mean, it's kind of a law of diminishing returns, isn't it? And if, you know, I don't know if they're, you know, the sketch plans. I feel like it's how we're going to fill 2 to 3 hours tonight is the mission, not what do we do this week to actually push forward to this? What's the plan for the next thing in the story, right?
I'll tell you what the plan is. We turn the TV off.
Yeah, that's what's happening with a lot of people right now, right? So, I mean, it is. It absolutely is happening. You know, I think the ratings have more or less reflected that. So, but anyways.
Yeah, you talk about there being, you know, a plan. I'm sure he has a few, you know, ideas of where he wants things to go. But as far as like laying out a sequence of events that will lead us down this trail, you know, a story, if you will, it's not there. So while he might know what he wants to do at Crown Jewel, everything between now and then is kind of up in the air, and we just got to kind of futz our way through it. And you end up with stuff like tonight.
Yeah, yeah.
Promises, nothing happening. Friday night, they're promoting Becky versus Sasha. What do you think is going to happen in that match, Sorg?
I don't know.
You think we're going to get a clean finish in that one?
To your case, the one thing I did catch was that when they were promoting the top level women's you know, tag match with Becky, Sasha, you know, Bianca and all that, they're like, this has the makings to be a classic, and we're like, yes, Corey, but it won't be because this is Monday night.
I mean, the ingredients are there.
Oh, absolutely. You could have had, oh man, all those girls went a half an hour, had a barn burner, they had the crowd. They are capable. We know it. But that's not what's happening. So
that used to be something this company would do.
Mm-hmm.
They would put all these stars together and do these 8-man, 6-man, 10-man matches, blow the roof off the place, pin some nobody. It's all good. It's fun. But now they're not it's no fun.
No. Versus you can put all your top guys in a 6-man tag to kick off Dynamite, and we just are clamoring for it, right? You know, you got everybody hot for it. You know, you got everybody exhausted after the first match.
All right, I'll say this: AEW almost has a similar problem because there's no one on AEW with a losing record.
Okay,
there really isn't. Like,
yeah,
because everyone builds up their wins on Dark and Dynamite,
right?
Or at least when I'm watching it, sometimes a lot of them seem equal.
I can get that being the feeling for it,
but to me, like, the issue doesn't have anything to do about who's winning and who's losing. The issue just seems to have the basic idea of, like, you know, like I said, a sequence of events that sometimes resemble a story playing out over weeks, leading into a big show that you get excited to see.
There's no big beginning, middle, and end. There's a beginning.
Not really. There's just
lot
like
of kludgy middle.
I mean, let's think about it this way. They announced this Crown Jewel match, this 3-way women's title match for Crown Jewel weeks ago, and they've been just marking time, filling time, futzing around ever since. There's no momentum to it. There's no indication of where things are going. There's no sense of, you know, what's going to happen or stakes or, oh my God, what'll happen? I mean, they just had the draft, Sorg. We got to get these damn titles straightened out. They should be talking about this nonstop. Maybe they are, and I'm not paying attention.
No, they're not.
But they should be like, my God, we got to get to Saudi Arabia and straighten this stuff out. Everything's in total chaos right now. It's all right there. I mean,
that's right.
Like
Saudi
that,
Arabia.
So simple. It's right in front of you, and they ignore it.
Saudi Arabia is the answer, is the key to all this, apparently. So.
Oh, it's not the key.
No. Okay. So what did happen tonight? Anything of any consequence? We've had. Well, okay. So I didn't watch SmackDown. Just not in my. I'd rather get through. I got through most of the Knockout show from Impact. Watched half of a GCW show from last night, my first ever. And so how? Okay, the women's. the women's division part of it sounds like it's underwhelming, right? What's happening in the men's division?
I mean, not much better. I mean, the King of the Ring and this Queen's Crown tournament, these are mid-card tournaments. All respect to the people who are participating, but
they're supposed to be.
These guys are at an IC title level, and they're running them out there and they're doing what they can.
Not everyone's IC title level, Matt.
What, in the tournament?
Yeah.
IC title level or below. How about that?
So European title level.
European title level.
Hardcore title level.
Perhaps. Yeah, it's just a shame because so many people, clamor for the return of the King of the Ring and have wanted a women's wrestling equivalent of it for so long, and now they're getting it, and it's not so much.
Poorly executed.
Yeah, what have we done to care? I mean, are there promos on them about how much they want to be the first?
Unless you're Xavier Woods.
Yeah.
Unless you're Xavier Woods and you've been talking about this nonstop for the last 5 years.
I mean, we know.
Or you're, one of the heels, and you just kind of hijack the throne and you mug for the camera.
We figure Jinder is gonna be in the final, right? At this point.
No.
No. Really? With Crown Jewel?
No.
Be in the finals?
No.
No, you don't get him there?
King Ginger?
No, I think Woods actually wins it.
Okay, but I'm not saying. Well, no. I'm not saying that he's going to win it, but he would get there, right? I haven't seen the brackets, but
that's Sorg. You're not looking at the brackets.
No. Okay.
Well, let's go.
Next week is Woods versus Jinder.
Mm-hmm.
And on the Smackdown side of the bracket,
hold on, Mike. Mike, you got a dangly. You got a dangly mic, and it's making a little bit of noise. I know you got some technical issues going on there, but we got to work on your dangly mic.
That's what was happening.
That's better. That's better.
I'm just holding it.
Okay,
I'll
that's
pick
great.
you up here.
That's great.
The SmackDown side of the bracket, the semifinal is Finn Balor versus Sami Zayn. Now the tournament final is going to happen in Saudi Arabia, so connect those dots however you want to.
Okay.
So the other side of the bracket, we have now in the semifinal, you're going to get Xavier Woods versus Jinder Mahal. It would stand to reason that if Finn Balor is going to be in the final, that he would be against Heel, maybe. So I mean, I'm not feeling very good about our boy Woods right now. I know he wants it. I know we all want it for him. But
only one New Day member can succeed at a time. It's the law. It's a law of WWE. Yeah.
Woods will have his time.
Sure thing. I think
he's clearly too young to succeed in WWE. Right
That's
now.
true.
He needs to get old.
One of them young boys, man.
He needs to age up a little bit.
Yeah, he hasn't been bouncing around for 10 or 15 years to get his shot finally.
I mean, he's close.
Woods
He's
does
getting
not
there.
have his own entrance music and never has.
He had it in NXT.
Nope.
Really?
No, he didn't. He had
thought
Brodus
he had,
Clay's music.
Was just
In NXT?
Yeah. Okay. All right, that makes sense.
He's never had his own entrance music.
Wow.
What, he had Funk is on a roll? Or he had...
Yeah, there's
Somebody call my mama.
There's a weird thing where he kind of took over his, and then he came out with R-Truth for a bit, didn't he?
Yep.
Wow.
And then he came out to R-Truth's music.
Well, they were Truth and Consequences in TNA at one point, too.
Mm-hmm. Jeez. Then there's R-Truth, who's been around for like 40 years. Which you wouldn't know.
Do we even know how is R-Truth like 65? I'm not even joking.
Mark
how
Henry
old is R-Truth?
Mark Henry was saying that he was like 52 on Busted Open this week.
I feel like he's older than that.
Also, I listen to Busted Open now apparently, so that was a new development.
I'm gonna get us an answer.
Well, his debut match was in '97, and let's see. Trained by Chris Hamrick. He is 49.
I don't believe that for a second.
I know, right? Yeah. I know, right? He is ridiculous. He's going to be wrestling until he's 60, but everybody's still going to think he's 30.
Yeah.
That's just it. That's just it. But he's great, and he's like probably in his best stride even now. I mean, as much as we may or may not like these 24/7 championship deals.
Is he still the 24/7 champion?
No, it's Reggie now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Reggie.
Okay.
Oh, I like Reggie.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, good for him. I don't know what else they would do with him on that company. So I think that might be, unfortunately, the height for Reggie. I don't know. I hope more. He's fantastic, but I just don't see WWE doing something with him, more than being like Tozawa's been running around in a karate gi for like a year and a half now, right?
And that's a shame.
And it just
Longer than that.
feels so. He's so much better than that.
Yeah.
But we got to turn everybody into a cartoon character, apparently, if we don't know what the hell to do with them, to let them have good freaking matches. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. But anyways, hey, they're all getting paid. Until Truth is basically the same age as. Yeah.
Who cares about happiness as long as you're getting paid?
Yeah. Gosh, that's
For some that may be enough of it. It's like, this is my job. I mean, how many of you heard like Godfather and there's some are like, I love wrestling, I love being here, I want to create, and then others was this is a paycheck and I'm going to go out in my farm in the middle of nowhere and that's it, right? So like there's different levels of that, right? I mean, Goldberg's like, this is a paycheck, I don't really care, and
we can tell.
And not to discount that, he's good at what he does. He has a following. He's good at what he's expected.
No, he's
to
not.
do.
Not anymore.
You can't really justify that.
Yeah. It's a little bit of that.
Remember his last couple matches?
Yeah. So okay,
here's the thing you need to remember when it comes to people like Goldberg. You only need one person who wants to pay you to do the thing you can do.
Yep.
You only need to find one person.
Yep.
And then you're good.
And some numbers somewhere justify paying him what he does for what he does at the level he is still doing it. So, I mean, that's just a business thing. So moving away from that. So anything else happen on Raw tonight? We had tournament. We had this. We're setting up Big E and Drew. We had
we're also
hometown Usos.
Mansoor versus Ali for Grand
Mansoor Ali.
Probably.
Yep. There was a breakup and an assault on Mansoor backstage tonight in that last hour. We're obviously setting up for title versus title, champion versus champion matches at Survivor Series. That was dropped tonight in promos with the Usos, between whoever wins at Crown Jewel to Roman Reigns. So there's a lot of, at least, kind of footnotes of what's coming up here as a part of that. So, anything else?
That's cool, I guess.
I mean, yeah, it's fine. It's gonna be Big E versus Roman Reigns.
Okay, which I think would be fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. We just saw it a couple of weeks ago.
Right. So,
I mean,
how about a little bit of friend of the show alert tonight on AEW Dark Elevation. We did have, of course, Lee popped up again. Lee, did you watch that, Matt, tonight? No? Okay, because they had a pretty good match. Him and LSG, I think is the guy's name. There's a lot of letter people in wrestling these days, I've noticed. There's another one that was like ASF or something on GCW I was watching from last night. And there's like three other like letter guys that are like VK is like one guy they have. But anyways, Lee teamed up with this dude and had a pretty, it wasn't like the last friend of the show match with FTR where it was just like a punk out move and a pin. So it was nice to see. And
Did Lee go over? Or?
No, he's not that. He's not in that.
Ronnie,
you haven't been paying attention to
But he's
Elevation.
signed.
He's signed, but he's with like a.
So is Fuego del Sol.
He's still he hasn't had his Fuego moment, okay? So
and Fuego's just kind of there.
yeah. Fuego's just around and doing stuff, and people love him, right? Like he needs a little bit of time to get in on that, but I feel like he could get to a Danny Garcia thing real quick. But I mean, he's still. I have a feeling he got signed, and he's sorting all of his commitments before they do anything big with him. Because he's still like he was on Enjoy this past week. He's popped up everywhere, and he is being very well booked before he got signed. So, for debut alert, Danny Moe, who teams with Facade, we actually filmed their first mixed tag team match at Conquest just last month on pay-per-view. So look, she took on why can't I think of it in my head right now? Ty Conti. And did very well in that. So good to see she's got that. And these are from the Philly tapings. Also, Joey Janela comes out and has a match with the returning Crowbar. Yes, wow. Crowbar.
Yeah.
Who they say has not been in a major promotion for 20 years, and probably almost exactly, because that was 2001. He was still in there in the dying days of WCW. So. And so he's against Joey Janela, and Joey's got his lady there. I can't remember her name. And who comes to help him and keep Joey Janela from running away? Not Penelope. Blue Meanie in Philadelphia.
I love the Blue Meanie. Did he get a good pop?
Oh, absolutely. And they did it, and they actually did a little special interview like 2 segments later with Crowbar and Meanie about being in Philadelphia and being on TV and about AEW and everything like that. It was really nice. It was really, really nice. And I don't know, have you guys seen the post show with the ECW guys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where CM Punk came out to remind him that he was ECW champion.
I was cracking up.
It was good. It was good. Yeah, no, Tony Khan just invited out like Jericho, Taz, Dean Malenko, Jerry Lynn, and just to say a few words for the Philadelphia audience, since they are from the original ECW, obviously. So it was a really cool moment. And then CM Punk just kind of like waltzes out there, and we're like I was sad I wasn't invited because I was the ECW champion. So, and Jericho was like, "Isn't it great CM Punk's back, guys?" So, just good having fun. I love that these post shows like pop up like this every once in a while. Like, and they're and having seen now 4 live AEW shows, like that's always like a good point of the night. Like they never disappoint for those. I love the first one. They were giving away pieces of the table in the hardcore match that just happened on Dark. So. But anyways, that's like an indie show move, right? So I think we have a piece of table from.
I don't believe the indie show would ever give away pieces of a table. You got to save that for the next show.
No. What happens is because I've seen this before. Somebody hit somebody with a brick and then sold the brick to a fan for $5. Ronnie, Ronnie, you might have been there for that one. It was a promotion I know.
Hey, Ronnie, what did you do with those $5, Ron?
It was not my brick, but it was somebody else's brick. It was originally Beastman's brick, but somebody else sold it.
Okay, that's right. I knew you were there for that. So, I don't think I worked that one. I think I was still just coming as a fan. So at that point,
that was actually my first show back.
Really. And that was before the rebranding, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't say the names. We don't say the names because we don't want you to check out their show these days because they're not wrestling.
It's like talking about Voldemort. We just don't say it.
I have a list of he who shall not be names on this show. Anyways, AEW, any other news or anything for the week? I don't know. Anything you guys saw on social media from tonight? You got any questions on?
I love AEW.
So great.
I mean, like just the fact that Rampage and Smackdown are going to butt heads for a half an hour on Friday night.
Yeah. I think our friend Ross Nick Hossman over at Wrestling Inc. Was like, can we call this the Sunday or the Friday? Was it the Friday Night Skirmish?
No.
Or something?
I like people who were calling it the 30-minute war. I like the
30-minute war. I like it.
Really encapsulates the briefness of the whole thing, right?
That's right.
It's not even legit.
Why not?
It's because SmackDown's going to be on FS1.
Oh, yeah, I know. Well, you know
so?
what?
No, it levels the playing field.
What?
It levels the playing field. So what's the issue, Mike?
Because FS1 is in a hell of a lot less homes than TNT.
You know what? But they could still win. I don't know. We'll see. It'll be more interesting.
But even if they do win, it doesn't mean anything.
It's more interesting to see strategically how these two companies handle it. It is interesting.
I guarantee
it is interesting.
They're not booking. They don't care. In WWE.
Who doesn't care?
WWE.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I guarantee
Are you
they
fucking
don't care.
kidding me? Why are they doing 30 extra minutes on Friday, Mike?
Because of baseball.
Fuck off. Give me a goddamn break. Jesus Christ. Now you made me swear on this nice family-friendly podcast. Oh, my God. Okay.
I don't think I've ever heard you say fuck before.
Oh, well.
You haven't been listening
You haven't been on the show in a while. Anyway.
That is true.
Mad Mike, I must disagree with you on your point.
I have a difference
feel
of
there is
opinion.
no logical reason for WWE to be doing this other than to just get their jollies off
No, it's
effing
because
around
they-
with AEW. I mean,
It's
what
because
other
they want
purpose
SmackDown to be a 3-hour show, but they can't do that on Fox.
so they make it 2.5 hours?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why would they possibly add a half hour to this without any consideration for the competition?
I'm still laughing at the fact that he told Mike to fuck off, and then 2 seconds later he got really calm.
I've been working on myself lately. So
I'm so proud of you.
That's that baseball manager training.
it's yeah. No, I mean, look, it doesn't matter. You're right. The ratings will be, meaningless because in a week or so SmackDown will be back on Fox and it won't really matter. It's just something fun to watch. It's fun to watch these companies butt heads with each other.
I don't know. I get irritated
It's going to
by
be
it.
fun at 10 o'clock when Brock Lesnar conveniently makes his entrance on SmackDown, and on AEW Rampage when conveniently Chris Jericho leads off the show. So
you think Jericho's
Battle-
leading off that
No,
show?
there's a Punk show.
leading
No,
off
Punk.
that show
CM
because
It's gonna
Punk
be
is.
Punk.
he's
Yeah.
not.
It's
Matt
CM
freaking
Punk is.
they are
Let's
not
not-
leading
let's
off
not-
It's either
that
Punk
show.
or Brian.
Yeah, it's
all-
either Punk or Brian.
I believe
All
Punk
due-
Punk is booked for a match.
I don't think Brian's on that show. Is
No,
he?
I don't think he's
No.
officially no.
Not yet, but he will be.
I'll do respect to Matt Seidel. They are not leading off that show with CM Punk and Matt Seidel.
Yes, they
Why
are.
not?
They
Show.
always lead off Rampage with
I
CM
They are
Punk.
leading
I-
off
the
that
gate.
show with the Inner Circle versus
Matt?
two schmucks and the
Matt?
former UFC heavyweight champion.
That's going to be the main event.
Oh
right?
yeah, no,
Matt,
he's
They're
not
gonna
wrong.
Wait until the
He's
main
not
event.
wrong.
No,
That's
Matt,
They're
mainstream.
waiting.
Matt, let's make this interesting. Let's make this interesting.
I'll bet you a loony and a
No.
toonie.
No. No, Matt.
Hmm.
This is happening on Friday?
Yeah.
Guess what else is happening on Friday?
I don't know. I don't have any plans for that night.
Yes, you do.
Oh.
Yes,
Matt,
you do. Yes, you do.
Matt,
I have something to be?
You're
I
gonna
will
make
make you this bet.
So are we doing an indie show that night?
Matt,
Go ahead.
I'll
I
see
will
you at
make you this
Hammerstein
bet.
Ballroom.
If CM Punk does not open that show, you can chop me. But if he does, I get to chop you.
Oh, record it.
I got
In the
better-
photo
Oh,
booth.
this is gonna be so exciting.
In the
I
photo
got better sticks. What kind of chairs are you having at the reception, Mad Mike? You got folding
Ones
chairs
I
at the
cannot
reception?
injure or damage.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, you got to
I-
sign up
you know
on those
what?
things.
I will. You know what? In the interest of keeping this podcast entertaining, and because I love to win, I will take that bet because
Okay.
the Inner Circle versus the Men of the Year and Junior Dos Santos is leading off that show.
That's right.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And I'll take the bet that we're gonna kick off with Ruby Soho versus the Bunny.
Okay, so
All
we
right,
both
that
get the
happens.
chop
We
sword.
both get the
Because
chop
I
sword.
wanna
Yeah,
get
you guys
her.
both get the chop sword.
You know what would be really funny? If they just open with Daniel Bryan cutting a promo.
If they would do that, if Ruby Soho versus the Bunny leads off the show, Mad might get to do like a 60-second sequence of just bouncing Sorg back and forth between each other. You know, chop and Sorg staggers, chop and bounce staggers back, chop
Wow.
That's
Wow.
fantastic.
Wow.
I need video proof
Wow.
of all of this madness.
Oh, hey, thank you, Swift Shot in the chat room. He's very happy with our technical abilities. Hopefully that wasn't a sarcasm for how the show was going when we kicked off. So out there on Twitch. Anyways, wow. We're gonna be in the same meat space. And
We're
this
gonna
is
be
gonna
in the
get
same
violent.
room for
And-
all of this.
Wow,
I'm
this
jealous.
happens. Wow, this happens. So
Yeah.
what is the skirmish? It's SmackDown versus Rampage versus your wedding for 30 minutes.
Well, all right, hold on.
Reception. Reception.
My wedding wins.
Hashtag wedding wins.
Yeah,
I mean, I know
so-
what I'm going to be watching. So
I know what I bought the ticket for. So,
Me too.
I just out
I
of
bought
here,
a lot of tickets.
just yeah.
My question is, am I going to get a live stream of the wedding so I can watch that instead of watching wrestling?
We could,
No,
we could
that
do
was
something.
that was last year.
Well, the wedding live stream was last year. Yeah. So, is that still up?
If
Can
you
I
want to see that, you have to sign up to Fight.tv.
Fight.tv. Oh my God! If I start, well, you know what? I should just start shooting. Well, yeah, I've done 2 wrestler weddings before, and we should just like start, streaming them on Indie Wrestling Network. I had an interesting call about that today too. The network, not sorry. Hi Vimeo. I know I had a good conversation with Vimeo. Hey, just for feelings, I want to read you a tweet.
Oh boy.
Tina referenced this, and this is how I knew something was going down. Because where was I Friday? I was at Enjoy Wrestling Friday, enjoying wrestling. They held up to the brand. I'll give them that. So I get home and I'm looking through wrestling Twitter and I see this tweet at 11:32 Friday night from one Tony Khan. I think you've heard of him. I saw you're doing a half-hour head-to-head with us. I can't wait to finally beat your main show head-to-head. It's been a long time coming. See you next Friday for AEW Rampage on TNT.
Mark.
I don't know who he's talking to.
I mean, Mike, why is Tony Khan calling you out?
Yeah, I would appreciate that.
Why can't...
Uh-oh. And then his microphone died. Oh, no.
And he's gone.
Oh, no. He's been silenced. Mike has been silenced. Oh, no. I need to send him a new microphone ASAP.
Just get him one for his
wedding present. Oh, dude, I'm going to show up with a snowball mic for your wedding present. Is that cool? I'll get a his and hers. Then you guys can podcast together. Oh, there you go. Is he gone?
Mm-hmm.
Did he leave?
No, he's
there. Right? You just can't. Oh, there. Well, you got him back a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I wish I could watch one AEW program.
Yes.
Without a single reference to WWE.
Mike.
No, it doesn't. No, Matt. I watched them all. It literally does not. It never happens.
Really fine.
It never fucking happens.
Okay.
You show me the episode where it happens.
You are you're very upset about this.
How are they referencing?
No, I want them to run their own fucking race.
They are running their own race.
No, they're not. They're
What?
taking...
What? They're running their own race on Friday nights at 10 o'clock. And Smackdown decided to come in here and try to scoop
what
up
are the
an extra
references?
30 minutes.
What are the nature of the references that we're upset about?
They're all over the place.
What?
They're all over the place.
As in referencing the past? I had a match with this guy 10 years ago. This thing happened. Hey, he has a history of doing X, Y, and Z. Is that what we're talking about?
I quit professional wrestling. No, you fucking didn't, you jerk off.
What?
I for one, wouldn't mind jerking the curtain at the Performance Center.
What?
You know.
They do it all the time, and it bothers me. It's just like, run your own fucking race. Like, AEW is not a perfect company. They need to look inward. WWE does too. That's why WWE doesn't reference AEW.
I can't
WWE barely acknowledges there's an outside world.
Exactly.
Okay, wait. Roll this back. Roll this back. So I don't know a single wrestling company that is not WWE that does not reference that other wrestling companies exist and its history of the people that work with them and things like that.
But a lot of them work together.
Well, it's not even that.
Referencing companies you work with is totally fine and normal because
but are you mad? All these other companies referencing WWE when somebody comes back
you
from...
never see DC Comics take shots at Marvel in their movies. You may get an outlier character.
Actually, they did.
Let me fucking finish. You may get an outlier character like Harley Quinn or Deadpool or someone that breaks the fourth wall. Stuff like that. That's fine. Not everyone can be fucking Deadpool.
Let me tell you about Stan Lee showing up in the Teen Titans movie.
I'm aware of that. But Stan Lee is a god. It doesn't matter. And Stan Lee, I think, also did work for DC at some point.
Okay, so...
Not to mention Deathstroke mentioned Deadpool in the team.
Deathstroke? Yes. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. There's occasional outliers.
Okay.
But not everyone can do that.
Okay.
It's just irritating. It's distracting from your own product when you keep calling out the other show.
I think it's refreshing. You don't ignore
WCW
the other
did it
show.
all the time, and that's why they fucking lost.
It's not the reason they
well,
lost. It's not the
That's
reason they lost.
but
It's not
the
the
reason.
No, it's
Now
not the
put a
reason.
lot of butts in the seats.
Yeah. Well,
That's the reason they lost.
okay. That is the most extreme bullshit example. Bullshit that they pulled. Right. I don't think.
No, they did it. They did it all the time, though.
Okay.
That was just the instance where it really bit them in the ass.
Right. And
I mean, you're talking back to like, the Monday Night Wars, a golden era of professional wrestling when both companies.
Silver.
Oh,
Watch
please.
some of those shows like that.
Wow, come
It's
on.
a
Hey,
silver era.
Hey,
Come
I
on.
There's
lived
a lot
it.
of problematic
Hey,
stuff on there.
I'm here to tell you, I lived it and it was awesome.
Yeah, so did
So,
I. There's a
yeah.
lot
We
of
all did.
problematic stuff there.
Yeah, it was problematic in hindsight.
yeah, I'm not saying it holds up.
in the
but-
moment was goddamn fun, okay? And part of the fun was that these two companies could not stop taking shots at each other. How ECW wouldn't stop taking shots at both of them.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
like
that's-
a three-way shot taking
And one was
Everyone
paying them.
stole from
Festival.
ECW.
for like 2 or 3 years.
Mhm.
Man,
That's part of
ECW
what
was
made
my
it
jam.
fun. That's what we want. We want these companies to be growing and vibrant and strong and full of their own crap and hopefully putting on amazing shows. And if they want to take some shots at each other because they think they're hot stuff, go ahead and do it. That's part of the fun. Pick a side. I
And
don't
how
care.
many people?
Basically,
No,
it
but
just-
see, the thing is, all right, the reason I don't find it fun anymore is when we saw that in the Attitude Era, there was no social commentary.
Okay.
There was just you talking to your friends.
Okay.
I feel like wrestling as a whole, and Dark Side of the Ring has helped me realize this too. It's almost too much where it's pitting one team versus one team. And it creates a lot of like really negative vibes about wrestling when wrestling is really good right now.
Oh,
And
Okay.
it should be like positive.
man.
But I'm just saying when one company keeps taking cheap shots at other companies, doesn't matter it doesn't matter what companies they are, unless they're legitimate, like like this guy's booking a terrible person and should be called out for it.
Mhm.
Like it just creates a world of negativity surrounding wrestling fans, and honestly, it's fucking irritating.
Well, I mean, I think that's social media and human nature and all of that just kind of being
No, I know, but
amplified.
could you imagine WWE versus WCW if Twitter existed?
Oh yeah, I think
It would have been unbearable.
I think
It would have been insane. Yeah.
I think
would have been
it
unbearable.
nuts. It would have been
Like-
nuts. I get you. Yeah.
No, but
I
that's
Because
why,
not
that's why
only-
I want, like,
Not only would you have had the companies going at each other, like those wrestlers would have been tweeting at each other
Yeah,
all the
absolutely.
time.
Yeah,
Because they were in the middle of it in those locker rooms. They had drawn their battle
Yeah.
lines.
See,
you know?
and
that's
actually-
why like it bothers me when like Tony Khan fires stuff out like that, because if you look at the wrestlers are all boys.
Yeah.
Like the
yeah.
wrestlers are all buddies.
They're tweeting each other on Twitter from
Yeah,
different
they're
companies.
tweeting
Yeah,
each
for
other.
sure. I mean,
all-
and there's
they're all good with
references.
it. There's no competition
Right.
among any of the wrestlers. No, I mean, there's friendly competition to be a better show.
Yes.
But there's no like spiteful or hateful things.
Mm,
There really isn't.
no,
You might get like
I'm not going to get into why I disagree with that. Because that's a whole.
I would
other
like to
half
hear
hour.
the example of where Sorg thinks this is getting spiteful.
I also like to hear
No.
why.
I mean, to say that the boys don't have competition with each other in the same
Not
locker
hateful.
room.
respectful
Hateful.
competition.
No,
No, I'm sure Kenny Omega wants to put on the best match of the week every week.
Yeah,
I'm sure
there's-
Big E wants to put on the best match of the week every week.
everybody.
I'm sure Fuego del Sol wants to put on the best match of the week every week.
I know we get to
Like-
see this air of AEW being refreshingly kind of open and a positive environment, but to tell me there's nobody there that's like kind of worried about their spot and doing whatever, maybe it's not as bad as WWE and as encouraged as it supposedly is in WWE backstage, but you can't tell me that nobody back there is not working that kind of stuff and having issues or anything like that. So I'm with you on that. So I don't think I don't think the things that you're saying that AEW is doing encourage this more than it already
Yes,
would have
it does.
existed.
Read any comments.
I don't
Read any comments.
I don't read the
I
comments.
can't judge the whole
No, but
internet
like,
wrestling community based on the absolute bottom of the barrel, stupidest people making comments.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
social
I mean,
media.
there's
and I
gonna
often
be
think like
there's
you know like we will pick out like the stupidest person saying the stupidest thing and be like, see,
yeah, we
when
can't.
in fact most people are. I think are we rational people? I think the four of us are rational people.
More or
I think
less,
so.
more or less.
Speak for yourselves. That that rational people like us make up the vast majority of these wrestling fans who really will appreciate whatever it is one way or the other, and just I'm looking at this is a spot of fun. Yeah, TK got a little cheeky on Twitter.
Yeah, he did.
Doesn't
Yeah, he
usually go that way.
Little
But
bit of
he's
hubris
getting a little
there.
cheeky.
Little bit of
So,
hubris there.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I
was just like, oh, do you really need to go that far, Tony? And like, I didn't like the comment. I gotta say, I don't like the comment.
But I
kinda
to make sure it was his real Twitter account.
Yeah,
That's
so
how
did I.
out of line it
I'm
was. I was like, that
what's
can't be
going
right.
down here? Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
Yeah, Tim, all
Did
right.
he end up deleting it after a while?
No, I
or-
just
don't
brought it
think
up.
so.
I just brought it up on his account to read. So
But it's just
God,
like, it's
Tony-
unnecessary.
I like Tony Khan. I do, but he's still really green to the business, and
That's
why I
there's
said
he's a
things you
mark.
don't fucking
he's really
say.
green to the business, and more and more every day, the Vince Russo Dixie Carter comparisons that Mike brings up early on in this experiment seem like they're going to happen. So,
I
but
guarantee we will see Tony Khan in a match at some point.
Oh, absolutely. And it's probably going to be against MJF.
hey, might be Cody's idea. So
It sounds
No,
like DP has taken a different track
Hmm.
on what I just said, and he believes the vast majority of people are stupid.
yes, we
hunker down
we
to their
do.
little group.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah,
while
yeah.
I
will quote Men in
unfortunately-
Black. I'll quote Men in Black. A person is smart. People are dumb, panicky creatures, and you know it.
And they're all on Twitter.
That's
Yeah, so
true.
there you go.
Yeah. The group think can get a little bit
But see, that's
wild.
why you
But I
don't
mean,
need,
I think
you
we
don't
take
need the
you
head
know,
of a company exasperating it.
well, like I said, he got a
there's
little
no
cheeky,
intention.
and to me,
No.
I'm just like, he's drawing the battle lines, and we're gonna have some fun on Friday night for 30 minutes,
Mhm.
and we'll see what happens. It'll be a good time.
But
I mean,
again,
fun for who,
it's-
though?
It's
Hopefully, fun for the fans.
I'm sorry. Do we expect people?
I mean,
wait.
This little bit
it's
of
not real competition.
this little bit of competition is supposed to be fun, right? Like this is supposed to make
yeah,
the business
not-
better,
yeah,
right?
It's gonna be great.
If hold
The
on,
Fed
hold
doesn't
on,
even
hold on.
acknowledge their existence,
Hold on,
so
hold
it's
on.
not really.
If Tony Khan
Oh,
wants to
they've acknowledged
actually
their
hold on,
existence.
hold on. If Tony Khan wants to actually compete, he should move Rampage to 8:00
I think you know
Mhm.
why he's not doing that.
because
Because he's going to get
battle.
crushed.
Exactly my point. It's
Yeah.
not
So-
real competition.
So again, why are why is WWE stretching out SmackDown for an
Because
extra
they
30
can,
minutes
And
because
going
they're not
commercial
carried by
free.
local news.
Hold on,
And
hold
going
on,
commercial free
let
for
me ask
that.
my question. Why is WWE stretching out SmackDown for an extra 30 minutes on FS1, a cable channel with far less cable penetration than TNT? Aren't they setting up their own show to fail?
No, because they can expand SmackDown. They've wanted to have SmackDown 3 hours for years now, but they can't on Fox
Mhm.
because of the local news.
Mhm.
They're on a different channel right now, and they know it's going to be a lower rating, so they're like, okay, let's do an extra half-hour programming before the sports wrap up.
Mhm.
That's the reason.
That
It's because
holds
they
no
actually
water
can.
for me.
No, it doesn't for me either. Okay. Hey, Ronnie.
Hi.
I understand you're wrestling with Southwest.
Oh, hold on. Before we move to that, Tina has one other thing, and we do need to talk about this. Inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
IIMPACT. Impact Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped about that.
Guys, I have an announcement.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I have an announcement to make. So I'm going to twitter.com/Impact Wrestling.
Okay.
I can see it.
They unblocked you.
They have unblocked me.
Holy sheep shit on a shingle.
Thank you, Josh Matthews.
No. No, he does not get the credit for this.
We sent that tweet to Sami Callihan a few weeks ago.
Do you know who gets the credit for this? I know exactly who gets the credit for this because it happened almost concurrently. My good friends, Cassie Lee and Jessica McKay. The inspiration.
You're good friends.
Friends.
Okay.
They have quoted me on their podcast once.
Okay.
That is close enough.
Okay.
They are aware of my existence. And it happened basically the same day. So yes.
So anyway, thanks Josh Matthews for unblocking him.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
No, he doesn't get
Thank you,
credit
Sami Callihan, for getting Mad Mike unblocked.
Thank you.
All friends,
Cassie
all
and
friends,
Jesse.
all friends of the
Thank you, Cassie
Sorgatron
and
Media.
Jesse. Josh Matthews gets no credit for this. Put an extra T in your last name. It's weird looking.
Does it really only have one T?
I couldn't agree more.
It really only has one T.
Maybe that's why he's not answering my DMs because I put too many T's in his name.
That's probably it.
Okay.
Impact is the perfect fit for these two.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a robust
the best thing is
women's division that will provide them with plenty of time to have actual matches, and they will get a chance to show off their greatest assets, their comedy chops.
Oh, jeez, yes.
And the best thing is, they haven't said they've signed to Impact. They just said they're going to be there.
Yeah,
They can go anywhere.
Yeah. Impact Wrestling, like Chelsea Green, literally was at GCW the night that she was on Knockdown. So and did the same thing at a Ring of Honor pay-per-view the same night as an Impact thing or something too. Like it's happened multiple times now. Like literally, like she just works everywhere. So yeah, no, this is just the first high-profile thing, and this is on Bound for Glory. This is at the pay-per-view. So, Mike, are you getting a pay-per-view?
We'll see.
Mike, is that this Saturday? Is that this Saturday?
Bound for Glory is on October 23rd.
23rd. We're doing an MMA.
Or do we have plans that night?
We are doing an MMA show that I just booked you for. But Mike,
we'll see.
Mike,
yeah,
the Mayhem show is going to buy the pay-per-view, and you can watch it live because we'll all be busy, and we'll catch up later. Okay.
All right. I need to see what the rest of the card is.
And you're gonna have to fix your mic.
To see what they're doing.
You want to hear the rest of the card?
And you need to fix your mic.
I can probably ramble this off the top of my head.
The past couple Impact pay-per-views.
Mike.
Nothing has grabbed me.
Mike.
Yes.
Mike, your mic.
Right.
You're going away. There you go. All right. We got a couple other items I know are going to take far too long to get through. Ronnie, cut a promo on Southwest and go.
Well, Southwest did a couple false finishes over the weekend. I got kicked out of 2 today, and I canceled my flight with them, and I got one with Spirit Airlines.
Okay. Oh wow. God. Yeah. Let's go from you're not providing a service to I have no expectations for you to provide me a service.
Yeah, pretty much. So should be all right.
Okay. All right.
We'll see how Monday goes.
Tell you. All right, but seriously. Cut a promo on Southwest. Give him a piece of your mind right now.
He wants to tag them on Twitter, Ronnie.
I know you want to tag them on Twitter. All right. Southwest, you guys suck. You guys are pathetic. I mean, holy shit. I don't even know anymore. It's frustrating because how do you go with your excuses saying that, oh, well, it's bad weather in Florida, or trying to make up another excuse when there was no bad Florida over the weekend at all. It's like, I get it. I get what you guys are trying to do. You want to do the mandate on the shots. Cool. Great. But your people don't want to get them, and that's their fault. If they don't want to get them, that's cool, man. Like, who gives a shit? But I would prefer them get them because it would keep them alive because they're being around all these weird-ass people. But if they don't want to get them, that's their fucking choice. But don't punish everybody else who's trying to travel and go places. I saw some lady's wedding over the weekend. She was talking about that. People missed out on a lot of opportunities over the weekend because you guys are being fucking twats. So stop being fucking twats.
Are we allowed to say twats on the air anymore? I don't know. You know what that means?
Are you kidding me?
That's a violation, Ronnie.
Sorry, that was just...
That's a violation.
Don't worry. The cancel culture will come after me for saying twats. It's fine.
Okay.
Sign in the crowd as Ronnie was cutting that scalding hot promo. DP held up a sign. Spirit Airlines. The handshake and hot dog of airlines.
Exactly.
Oh, that's true.
Well done.
Exactly. Also, I'm really
But you
glad.
have to get your bun and your hot dog in separate seats.
I'm also
That's pretty much what it's gonna be.
I'm also really happy that I found a violation and bring that back for you there.
Oh,
So,
that's awesome.
there you go. I'll keep that. I'll try to keep that around. Anyways, from that, has anybody watched Heels?
I need to. I haven't got around to it yet.
We need to find Ronnie. You're one of them, but I want to find wrestlers watching Heels to have a conversation about it. I don't know if it's at the end. It's a season episode.
It's the season finale. It just happened.
Yeah, it felt like a season finale. So
yeah, it was. A season finale.
So now I can cancel stars, and hopefully some of you guys, if you're a wrestler out there and you've watched some, I picked up a thing for like $3 for 3 months kind of thing on my Facebook ads. So look for a coupon for that if you want to go check it out. Easily, cheaply. So all 8 episodes are out there. They're about an hour each. But if there's anybody out there that wants to have a conversation about that, please let me know. I want to. Maybe we'll do a special or do it on a Monday or Tuesday.
I'll
show
tell you what. I will get the app. I will download 2 episodes and I will watch them on the flight on Monday.
There you go. There you go. I might be able to help you with that. Also, I got a login at least for another month. So if we can share that a little bit.
Yeah, send that over.
Yeah, I might send that over. Anyways, so the What If happened.
Oh boy, did it!
Finale of What If.
Oh, it was so good.
The watcher
good.
stopped watching,
Mm-hmm.
which you knew was going to happen. You're just like, he insists every show. You know what's up. So it tied it all together. I think we touched on all the episodes was represented on that one. So I like it. I like how it tied all together. And we had a giant big fight at the end. Again, Super Uber Infinity Ultron. And Killmonger is stuck in time, and it's
As he should be.
it was nice. They really tied it together. I don't know. Maybe it'll be referenced. Maybe something will come up in the multiverse centric movies. But I like they're really fleshing out this idea of the multiverse, and now like 2 different aspects between Loki and this before we get to the movies here. And also there's the spoiler alert, the end of Venom 2 also tied a little bit together.
The only part of Venom 2 I actually liked was the
Did you? Oh, so because did anybody else see it in the leak?
I haven't seen it.
You
yet.
haven't. So,
it's not good.
Ronnie, you found nothing enjoyable of that movie?
It was not good.
It felt like okay. So my take was it felt like it was missing an entire act.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it
So,
got to the end and we're like, is this it? I'm not.
I love Woody Harrelson. Okay,
Yes.
I am a huge Woody Harrelson fan, but something was missing, and it was a very big chunk of something, and I couldn't figure out what it was.
Felt like it was a chunk of the movie.
Yeah, they cut out. They had to have cut out like a half hour of the movie because at one point it just stopped making sense, and I'm like, okay, cool, man. Like, but holy crap, it was bad. It had so much potential
I have
to be
to say,
so good.
although Raver Venom, I thought was really interesting.
Yeah, that was funny.
But even like the thing where he was going around, sorry, spoilers. He was going around and like wasting people, using them. That felt like that should have been a little better addressed.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know. It's just a little bothersome.
I'm gonna have to.
It should have been easy. It's Carnage.
It's free on demand.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm probably gonna struggle through it for a second time. But it was just there was something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
There was something off about it, and it just drove me crazy because that movie had so much potential to be so great. Because we finally got a Venom versus Carnage, and that's what we've wanted since that first movie came out. Which, by the way, I love the first movie. I thought the first movie was great, but the comedy aspect of this movie was off. It felt like Tom and Venom didn't mash at all. It was weird, and they literally had some kind of love triangle with each other where they weren't getting along. And it was super freaking awkward.
Yeah.
And I don't know. And like I said, Woody Harrelson, he wasn't the right fit for Carnage.
He could have been, but he was playing a version of the character, and I like he was playing. It was the take on the character, and I really wish and I'm watching this, and I'm like, isn't this the guy from Natural Born Killers?
Yeah.
Why isn't he just the guy from Natural Born Killers for this, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Guys, I think I know what might have been missing from Venom 2. Spider-Man.
Well, that's coming.
Yeah, that's coming. That's coming.
But
that's
Carnage
coming in the Spider-Man movie.
But Carnage won't be there now.
Well,
who knows? Who knows?
No, I'm gonna assume Woody Harrelson's not rolling into No Way Home.
You may not need Woody Harrelson for that.
The symbiote's still a thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Woody
Actually,
Harrelson
I don't even remember how they wrapped it.
Oh, we'll discuss how they wrapped it. After
I don't remember what happened to Carnage. I literally.
I know exactly. We'll talk about when we go off the air.
Yeah,
and that's enough. That's enough spoilers.
All right.
That's something else that pissed me off.
Okay. But I was happy to see Shriek represented, though.
Agreed.
Weird, off the beaten path Spider-Man character. I like that was there. I like that they had the relationship, which I think is like they had in the comics. It felt like they had more that placed this in a Spider-Man universe that I'm familiar with than the first one did. Because I liked the first one, but it's just like, why the fuck are we in San Francisco? You know, like that idea. So like that threw me in the first one, but relatively I like everything. Also, if you didn't watch the first Venom, you will have no idea what's happening in this movie.
It was just
this movie doesn't bother with any exposition. Miss Chen is there. This thing happens. There's this couple here. You know, you know. The other one did so much building with the relationship and him screwing up and everything. This just kind of, well, it's there, and then a thing happens, and then she helps, and then this, and then everybody's. It's really odd.
And then it just completely shit the bed.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden we're in the middle of a Affleck Daredevil scene. Was my take.
Yeah.
So. Anyways. Well, on that note, anything else, guys? I think we're about. I got a lot to fix here.
One last thing.
Yes.
The New Day Undertaker Netflix movie.
Yes, I did one run through of it.
I did every run through.
It feels like there's not so much multiple endings, but there's
no, there are.
There's different paths to the end.
There are 3 different endings.
Oh.
There are 3 different endings.
Okay.
There is a true ending, which I am proud to say I got on the first time through.
Is that when they escape?
Spoiler alert, they escape in all 3 endings. It's how.
Oh. So which one's the true ending?
Well, maybe I shouldn't spoil that.
Oh, son of a bitch. Gives people time. Okay, and then we'll talk about it closer to Halloween. You know what?
No, I'll say this. The true ending is when you destroy the Earth.
I think I got that.
Did you destroy the Earth?
Did you have the one? Did you have the one guy pick up?
Destroy the Earth.
Did you have the one guy pick up the Bile stuff?
Yep.
That's what I did.
That's the true ending.
That's the true ending? Oh, great.
That's the true ending.
So I went. Although I did, because at the beginning it says, I'm ready or I'm too scared. I hit too scared.
I did that too. So technically there's 4 endings.
Yeah. So I rolled the credits and it's like, it was like director Undertaker, screenplay Undertaker, like, and then it comes around and he's like, you're not getting away that easy. And then it comes back to them coming up to the door.
It was pretty great.
It was fun. But no, I got because it was like a follow these guys or follow this guy kind of thing. And and then he's like, wow, some crazy stuff happened back there when you run into him like in the next scene. So it just feels like so it's nice to see there are multiple endings like for that, but it just felt like, oh, I just need to go through and see what happened in the other scenes, right? Was kind of my impression of things.
Yes, but there are 2 other endings.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fun. And I mean, I guess technically there are a bunch of other endings where you don't leave the Undertaker house.
Yeah, probably.
They just give you the option to go back to where you were.
Thankfully, I didn't get to the spider one.
Yeah, basically, there's 3 options where the 3 members of New Day get possessed.
Oh, okay. Ooh. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
okay.
So I mean, there's technically, I guess, 6 endings then if you really want to.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it's not like Bandersnatch where it goes to credits. It's
No.
just-
Yeah, there's more of a structure to it than like Bandersnatch.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bandersnatch is like, this happened, you died, game
Yeah.
over, try again, you know. So,
Yeah, but there's 3 different ways to escape the Undertaker house.
yep. I like it. It was fun. It's campy. It's like the perfect kind of thing. And again, like and you got that vibe. It's like I really
and it's good for the kiddos.
It's
too.
good for the kiddos. If you like Scooby-Doo WrestleMania, then you'll like this, I feel. So
Huh?
I'll watch it.
there you go. Oh, I want Ronnie's take on this when he's done with it. So, Ronnie, real quick, how was Muppet Haunted House?
I loved it. Oh my god.
Or
I
Haunted
loved it.
Manor.
It was so good.
There you go.
It was perfect.
Okay. All right. That's going to be on the watch list then.
Mhm.
How many times have you watched Hocus Pocus yet this month?
Oh, I've watched it 7 times so far.
Okay.
Wow.
Tonight, just
That's
this week.
That's
Okay.
a lot of Sarah Jessica Parker cleavage.
Well, she's gorgeous, so it's fine.
Well, you know.
It's fantastic. I love that movie so much. And then I started watching Halloween Town today too.
Since Missy was catching up, I re-binged half of the season of Ted Lasso again. It's so heartwarming, and there's a fantastic heel turn at the end. Slight spoiler. Yeah. It's. I wish more shows warmed your heart like that one does.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so. Yeah, that's about it. Guys, I think that's enough for tonight. We got tomorrow night, we have Tony Kincaid, commentator for both Prospect Pro Wrestling and the Renegade Wrestling Alliance, RWA, coming up with a show this weekend. This is the Bloody Harvest, okay, which is going to feature J-Rock versus Big Bad Kaiju.
Kaiju.
Give it up one time.
For the championship, and a lot of other great matches going to be a part of that as well. And of course, I will be at Warrior Wrestling Sweet 16 with some new guy named Bret the Hitman Hart will be there apparently. What?
Who'd that guy ever beat?
And we're gonna have a lot of fun out there in Chicago for that. And of course, I am also gonna be Friday night at Mad Mike's reception.
Yeah.
You need to rattle this stuff off like you're running through the tour schedule on like WCW Saturday Night. You need to just be like,
on Tuesday we'll be in
Tuesday, Sorgatron will be in
the Nova Center in
Tuesday.
Michigan. And,
Thursday, the Norfolk Scope.
Yeah.
Friday, the
the Richmond Civic Center. Yeah, exactly. The Erie Civic Center. I'm trying.
the Johnstown War Memorial.
The Johnstown War
Memorial.
Oh boy, guys, thank you so much. Starks Wrestling on social medias of some sort.
Yes, Starks Wrestling on the Twitter.
Yes.
And then on the Facebook, you can find me at Ronnie Starks.
When do you leave for your Halloween vacation?
Monday, and
Monday.
I will live tweet a lot of Halloween goodness while
Fantastic! I can't wait to see that. I know some other wrestling peeps are already been down there on the Universal tour, and I've been seeing some pictures for it. I gotta hit that up some year. So
I'm doing this Masking the Horror tour, where during the day they take you into all the houses, and you get to see like everything in detail, and I'm gonna take a lot of pictures and post them on.
Fantastic. Mad Mike will be at his own reception Friday.
Pretty much.
Maybe to be
what I'm
determined.
working on
I don't know.
That's what I'm working on this week.
There you go.
You know,
There you go.
Got a little thing.
Little
Little
thing. And we'll work on his getting a new mic. And also Mainstream Matt of Just Pro Wrestling Podcast. Please subscribe.
Thank you very much, Sorg. And if you go to the @JPWN show Twitter right now, you will find waiting for you the honorable mentions from the Future 50 countdown you might remember from a month or so ago. We finally got that pulled together, and that is out there for you to take a look at. A nice little bow to finish off that little package. So check it out.
There you go. At Sorgatron on the Twitter for all my stuff. We'll see you guys next time. Until then, Mayhem out. Stay tuned for Silk Stocking.
Go get your chains
show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.